If you've listened to Superhuman Radio for any length of time, you know I'm a big proponent of peptides. One of my favorites is ghk-cu, the blue copper peptide. It has the ability to repair and regenerate more youthful expressions of skin cells, reversing the signs of aging. Restoracell's Stem Cell Awakening Serum, along with their other products, contain potent formulations of blue copper peptide and only the highest quality organic ingredients. Superhuman Radio listeners can now save 25% site-wide. Buy their complete set and receive a free exfoliating cleanser. Go to shrnetwork.biz/blue and use the code SHR25. That's SHR25. Remodel your skin today. Hey, welcome back. We're joined by Debbi Barber and also Mary Sabat. Welcome to the show. Am I pronouncing your last name properly?
Sabat.
Sabat. Okay, thank you. And we're picking up where we left off. So we just talked about an interesting study that they were able to rejuvenate a skin cell by 30 years. And obviously, I asked about ghk-cu, and he's aware of it. He's aware of the peptide and what it can do. So this leads us to this discussion now, first of all. And I love my Restoracell. I use it twice a day, in the morning and at night. And I just came back. I'm a lot darker than I look. Is someone breathing into a sounds like someone's breathing into a microphone? Now it's slowing down. Okay. I was just in Mexico and I laid it in the sun every single day, but I did put my Restoracell on in the morning and in the evening before. Now, Mary, you are a nutritionist, right? You have a master's degree in nutrition, correct?
I do, yes. I'm a registered dietitian, licensed dietitian, and an ACE certified personal trainer.
And what role does nutrition play in the quality of skin as we age?
Well, it plays a huge role. It's very complex. I mean, there's so much involved. I mean, your nutrition is going to affect your organs and how you absorb food and nutrients. And of course, so many people just don't get enough nutrition. They're eating processed foods, not absorbing nutrition correctly. I'm not sure if that's mine.
No, it's not. Deb is, I just muted Deb's mic for now, so you keep talking. It looked like she was adjusting her boom microphone. Maybe that's what.
Oh, okay. I thought that was me.
Let's see.
So, I deal kind of on a big picture with people, looking at what they're putting in their body and trying to get them to eat real food again. I mean, people just don't eat real food.
Where do you fall on the whole polyunsaturated fatty acid puffers, seed oils and stuff like that, and the quality of skin? There's a lot of emerging science now saying that we were told puffers are so good for us, but now they're not.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely inflammatory, and I think people have way too much omega-6 and the polyunsaturates and not enough of the omega-3s, not a good balance, because of all the processed foods that they're eating. And they don't even realize it. They just think, well, I went to a restaurant and I bought the cleanest looking thing. They don't understand how it was cooked and the types of oils and how that's affecting their overall health.
When I had Dr. Gill on the show a second ago, we talked about advanced glycation end products and polyunsaturated fatty acids producing liver spots on the skin. Can you tell us anything about liver spots? Some people call them age spots, liver spots. I call it advanced glycation end products. Can you teach us anything about them?
I don't know much about age spots. I do know, what we always think about is attacking them topically. What he was saying was really interesting, because you do have if we have too much sugar in our diet, that's going to affect how our skin is forming these age spots for sure, right? Because you have the glycation. It's almost like you would think about the combination of potatoes being fried, the same thing happening in your body when you have sugar and the wrong types of fats.
Yeah, this is a big problem because if you have those spots on the outside of your body, then there's a lot of bad stuff going on inside your body as
Oh
well.
yeah.
You need to realize. Just give me 1 second because I have questions I want to ask you specifically. I kind of got thrown off there for a second. Oh, that's not it. Let's talk about the Restoracell for a second, Deb. It looks like you reformulated the moisturizer.
A moisturizer.
Why did you do that?
We wanted more balance. The oils, we felt like it's all natural oils. Everything in it is natural. And so we thought that it should really be a little bit more, it should absorb better. And so we rebalanced them, and we also added more ghk-cu copper peptides. And the results have been it. And I sent you, Carl. I don't know if you've tried it yet.
I just got it. Just got it. It's on my desk.
It absorbs so much better into your skin, and it is a bright blue. You can see the extra copper peptides mixed with the oil. So we think we've got a winner here.
You
and
know,
Mary, you've tried it. Mary's
I've tried
it.
it. It's amazing. Yeah, I love it.
Elisa used to say that it had a different smell before. Now it doesn't smell at all. Like before,
That
it
is
had
correct.
like a latex smell or something.
The lipids were breaking down, and it was totally fine, and it worked fine. In fact, it worked great. Some of the worst things I've used on my face do not smell great, but that's not what you want.
Right.
You do not want you want a pleasant experience. So this one, there's almost Mary, would you agree? No scent.
Oh gosh, no smell.
No smell.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's great.
I'm trying to find. I had questions. I apologize for being ill prepared here. I had questions for you, and now I can't find them. So let's do this. So you focus mainly on nutrition for people who are trying to improve the quality of their skin. What are some of the worst things people do that hurts their skin as far as diet goes?
It's so complex, right? How your skin is going to be healthy is not just a simple vitamin or pill or collagen or one thing that we can do. But if you had to pick one thing, the most important thing, it's going to be sugar for sure. Sugar is going to affect us in so many ways. And most people will say to me, they'll come to me, they'll go, well, Mary, I don't need a lot of sugar. That's not my problem. And everything they're eating is sugar because they don't really think about grains as being sugar. I actually had a client yesterday that didn't realize that the 2 types of sugary cereal had sugar, plus he was putting sugar on the cereal. So what's happening in our body with all this sugar is just inflammation, high levels of insulin, which are going to reduce insulin growth like factor, which you would know more about, how that relates with growth hormone. So many things, right? It's going to disrupt our gut health. It's going to disrupt our liver. It's going to give us fatty liver. And if we have fatty liver, we can't break down our food. We can't absorb our nutrients. And I can just look at somebody when I first meet them and see if they have all kinds of issues with their skin. They've got liver issues and gut issues, and they're from the inside out, they're just not healthy.
It's funny you say this because we have friends and they have this constant red patina. It's on the upper chest and the face. And I don't know if it's rosacea, but I can tell that their guts and their liver are screwed.
Right, yeah.
And I know people that I think to myself, I don't know how long this person's going to last. They probably think it's normal to have that rosy red face, like it's probably crept up on them over years. But that's an indication that that's something wrong in your liver and your gut. And sure. The other thing I wanted to mention was one of the things I've discovered as I age is small blood vessels. When they start not carrying blood, your skin gets crappy, right? You start losing hair, right? Because you're starving stuff. And you don't have that, we don't realize that our skin is reactive. Like when you touch something, your skin actually moves and does things to kind of pucker up a little bit and grab stuff. You start to lose that ability as the blood vessels start to shrink. And ragingly high insulin destroys small blood vessels. So we have all these people that are metabolically challenged, and they don't realize that their skin is just dying on the outside of them.
Sure. Yeah. Premature aging and wrinkling, and they go to the doctor and look for a drug, right? Because they have rosacea or because they have eczema. Instead of looking internally, we have to fix that from internally. We can't just keep putting stuff on. Other than Restoracell, which is definitely going to help you.
Talk about Restoracell. Talk about Restoracell, because I know that you are very fond of it. You use it, right?
I do use Restoracell, and I was one of the lucky people to start using it early on. I actually met Debbi because I had a client who, I'm also a personal trainer, so I had a client that I started working with her when she was 58, and she's now 70, 74. And so I know her very well intimately. And I was watching her skin and thinking, why does her skin look so good? It looks so good. And then she told me all about Debbi and introduced me. And it was before they even had launched the product, I was able to try it and use it for a good 3 months before it came on the market. And I'm just sold. I am totally sold. I love it. I recommend it to all my clients. I post it on my blogs, and I've had my esthetician tell me, what are you doing? Your skin looks great. So, yeah.
So the new moisturizer is a darker blue.
Yes.
So it has more GHK in it, I guess.
Yes,
huh?
It does. And it's more balanced. I feel like it's more balanced. And Mary she gave us great feedback. One of the things that's so great is we have users who are so passionate about the product that they share things, and we listen, and we're willing to go to the lab. And we spent 4 days in the lab, and we were going to balance the oils and make sure there was no scent. And of course, while we're at it, let's have some more ghk-cu.
Yeah, and there is no scent to this. The other one really smelled like latex paint.
It did. It did.
Yeah, and Elisa used to say to me, "Do you smell that?" I actually grew fond of the scent. It didn't.
It's interesting. So many people didn't notice any smell that didn't even smell to them. I think people are unique. So we needed to, and we were even, they suggested, should we add some botanical oils? And we said, we want neutral. We need to go neutral. And I love botanical oils, but we decided to go neutral with this new round.
I have it. Elisa said, I want some. I have it. I'm bringing it home. I'm bringing it home with me tonight. Thomas Whittingham says, I like the new moisturizer. Will that replace the current one in the set?
Yes, it is replaced.
Okay.
We sent samples to several of our customers who had repeatedly ordered, and we would say, give us your feedback. And it's just so amazing because some of them will write paragraphs, and it's very helpful and useful. So our customers have been part of building this product.
Thomas Whittingham said Terry had sent a sample to try. It's been about a week, and thumbs up. So there you go.
Thumbs up, Terry. Okay, he's happy to.
Yeah, there you go. So I think there was a really, really great quote on Mary's website about Restoracell. I think Natalie had sent it to me earlier, but I don't think it's not up here today for me to share. Do you know what I'm talking about? The quote that you have about Restoracell?
It's on my website. I don't know. I have to look it up.
You don't have to look it up. I sent myself an email today with questions, and I can't believe that I can't find it, but that's awful.
Well, one of the things I think that's so fascinating about Mary, and it makes me a little nervous when I'm around her, is she can tell what you've been doing by looking at you. And I think, oh, I don't know if I need to see you on Saturday morning.
Right.
I exercise, but I think, okay, did I eat something? Will she see this on my face? But she really notices. And that's how she discovered Restoracell, is she noticed a change in someone's face, in their skin. And I just think, what a great endorsement, because that's real.
What do you see in people's faces most often, like that they haven't been doing the right thing?
In the faces, probably more like an acne or blotchiness, but a lot of times I have clients that just have eczema or red patches all over their body, and they just think, oh yeah, I have that problem. Like, people think they have to have these problems. Like, I have this, instead of my body is exhibiting this symptom because something is wrong internally. They don't put that together.
It's funny because doctors don't think that way either. When you walk into a doctor's office and your blood pressure is high, of course they right away go to sodium, but there's a lot of research coming out now that sodium isn't raising people's blood pressure at all. But doctors don't think food has any role in disease.
Yeah. I always tell doctors that they have so much power if they would just use it and talk to their clients about, hey, you're pre-diabetic and you're hypertensive, you are this far away from, and you just have to change your life. And people that if their doctor tells them that, they come to me and they're serious. I want to change. I have to. My doctor said I have to. Mm-hmm. But instead, I get these people that are 300 pounds and their doctors, and they're saying, well, my doctor said my blood sugar is fine. I'm like, well, yeah, your doctor's wrong. You have fatty liver and your blood sugar is not fine. I'm sorry to tell you that.
And sadly, we have a lot of, sadly, we have a lot of opinions that have nothing to do with science. Mm-hmm. But body positivity, it's like, look, if you're 300, like I was 330 pounds, I was sick, and it hit me all at once. And then I had to wake up and say, well, do I want to die at 40 or do I want to live a little bit longer? But this makes it hard to have an honest discussion about health when you can't look at somebody and go, well, first thing you got to do is lose some weight. Oh, I don't have to lose weight. I mean, did anybody see the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition that just came out?
No.
Go get a copy. You will be shocked. I mean, the problem is you can't talk about this stuff without hurting someone's feelings or appearing mean. So being a 330-pound former fatso, I have a card that says I can talk about this without any words. And so, I see this girl that's on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and she isn't just overweight, she's obese. And it's like, come on, give me a break. How far are you going to push this nonsense and normalize this aberration of humanity today and try to make it good? So I don't know. It's hard to talk about this because someone's going to get pissed off and tune out because I'm being mean. But you know what? Just remember, I didn't want to be fat. I was fat. I hated the way I looked. When I took the kids to the pool, I kept the t-shirt on. I didn't like it. Agreed. So Morgan Russo says, agreed. Discussions need to be honest, focus on feelings but focus on health more than feelings. It's true. It's true, but we can't do it. So let's talk about if you need help making your skin look good again. I have just the product for you. I'm going to put this up real quick. And it is Restoracell, and it's real science. This is not nonsense. Restoracell harnesses a peptide called ghk-cu. The research on ghk-cu is decades old. A French scientist was the first one to use it to regrow hair by injecting it in scalps and restore pigment in hair follicles. That's amazing to me. And why clinics aren't focusing on that, I don't know. But the thing that ghk-cu does is it affects a variety of genes, turning some on, turning some off, so that when cells are replaced with new cells, the new cells are representative of more youthful cells. And it takes a little while to see. It takes, about 2 or 3 weeks, you start to see the changes in your skin. But the reality is it takes about 2 or 3 months, and where all of a sudden you go, man, my skin has never looked this smooth before, ever. And that's right. And I just came back from the beach, where I burnt myself a lot. But I swear, like, my skin didn't get hurt when I was in Mexico because I was using my Restoracell every day. in the morning, in the evening, just like I always do. And I really feel that it gave me a degree of protection that I wouldn't have had otherwise. If you go to shrnetwork.biz/blue, BLUE for the peptide, you can, and use the code SHR25, you can save 25% off. This product's amazing. I will never be without it because I don't want to look old. If I don't, I used to be proud of it. I figured, look, I've laid in the sun so long that I ended up with the brown leather shoe face. And you know what? I'm going to be proud of it. I'm going to put it out there. I'm proud of it. But the reality is the changes that I see in my face from Restoracell are phenomenal, and they are welcomed. I love it. I love looking younger.
And they continue, Carl. They continue the long. I mean, I'm in my almost the second year, and I find new places to work on. Knees, thighs. So the longer you use it, the more results you'll see.
Yeah, and this is great for guys too.
Over 40% of our customers are guys.
Yes. Guys are starting to wake up and think, you know what, I have to look good. I'm training in the gym. I have a great physique. I'm strong. I'm active. But my face looks like my granddad's face. I don't want that. So, what are we missing with having Mary on the show today? Deb, can you help me a little bit? Because I misplaced the questions I had for her.
Well, I do. I mean, one of the things she is, look at her. She's radiant. You can see, and she just turned 60, right, Mary? I hope that's okay.
I just turned 61.
61. And I think it's a combination of the way her lifestyle, she has, from her family, when she grew up, has really focused on eating natural, clean foods, but then the exercise, because exercise is also a very important part of your skin. Getting the blood flowing. Mary, you want to talk a little bit about that? Or
Sure. Yeah, so definitely exercise is going to, like you said, not only get your blood flow to the vessels, right, into the outer part of the skin, because you're pumping the blood there, but also, like, if you think about your skin, it's your largest organ, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's how we detoxify. So sweating is how we detoxify and get these toxin things out. So sweating is important. I know some of my clients don't like to sweat, and you do need to sweat, and it's just so good for you. So sweating and getting the blood flow.
What about sauna, Mary?
Oh yeah, there's so many great benefits to a sauna. I wish I had a sauna. I would go in it every day. I just think it's great for detoxifying the body and cleaning you out. As long as you stay hydrated.
Yeah, and sweating, like you said, is good. Any way you can sweat.
Yeah, and back to that salt thing with the hypertension, just for a second. A lot of people come to me and they're afraid to eat salt, and it's really hard to get them to understand that it's okay to have salt with minerals in it. It's okay to have Himalayan salt, or one of the salts with minerals. I just don't want you eating salt from processed food. There's a big difference.
That is.
And it's not the biggest thing with blood pressure. So I meant to interject earlier when you were talking about that.
So if you're watching the show, if you're listening to the show, this could be for you if you're a guy. Could be for your wife, be for both of you. If you go to shrnetwork.biz/blue and use the code SHR25, you'll save 25% off a product that I guarantee you will see changes in your skin in weeks and months that will make you want to use it forever.